What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? So there's some breaking news that have come out, and I want to get ahead of it because I feel that God wants me to be the voice of reason in these trying times. So one of President Trump's attorneys, Gina Elise, I think is her name, she posted on Twitter just recently a statement from Trump's legal team saying that Sidney Powell is not a Trump attorney. She's acting on her own. She's not a part of the Trump legal team, and she does not represent President Trump. Everybody's going nuts. Everybody. People are texting me, listen, hear me out. Just wait. All I'm saying, I don't know what that means. People's original reaction is that, oh man, the Trump, they abandoning Sidney Powell and all this other stuff. Just be patient. Do not come out and bash her or bash the Trump campaign. Just let it play out just for a little bit. Just like Ahmaud Arbery and all of that. He was just jogging. He was just jogging. I knew that it's too juicy. If something is too juicy, then you need to let it play out. Elise coming out with a cropped picture of a Trump legal team document. It's cropped. You could tell she screenshot a portion of that document. It's not the whole document. Every single Trump legal document that I've seen have been the full document with text on it. She screenshot a portion of the document, put it on her social media. What Sidney Powell has been saying has been mind-blowing. I mean, my mind just blows. I can't believe the stuff that she's saying. She's very equally convicted about the things she's saying. And then also she was a part of Trump's legal team when they did that press conference. At least that's how the media portrayed her. But slow down. Don't get crazy. If you haven't seen it yet, it's going to float around the internet. The leftists are going to take it. They're going to go out of control. They're going to say Trump is abandoning the ship. Sidney Powell is a liar, and they're doing all this other stuff. I'm not saying this is the case, but I think that this is strategic. This could all be a hill of beans, and they've abandoned Sidney Powell because people want to be soft, and Republicans don't never stand up, and Trump is going to lose. That could be an angle. But my gut feeling is telling me, because I almost got mad and wrote something real crazy on her Twitter, but something is telling me that there's more to the story. There's no way that they've uncovered all of this information. There's no way that President Trump has been tweeting all of these things, and they don't make a statement against Sidney Powell. They just say that she's not working for the Trump administration. She's a lawyer on her own. She's not a part of the Trump team. That could mean a lot of things. Some people are floating around the idea that they need to file these cases separately. Somebody floated the idea that they need to file the case as an individual so that Dominion voting system can't countersue the president. So they need her to do that stuff on the side so they can't do a countersuit. I'm not a lawyer, but something inside of me is telling me, hold on. It's too juicy for you to make a comment right now. Let it play its way out. And we shall see what the end result will be. And I just came to let you know that. You heard it from B. Tatum first. Don't come out and get crazy and start abandoning ship. One thing that I learned, man, is never give up till it's over. I have personally seen people in football games, their favorite team is getting their ashy elbows handed to them. It's like 50-0 at halftime. I'm gonna give you the specific game, the one that I remember because I was there. It was 45-7 at halftime. University of Texas scored the 7 points at the end of the half. They were getting killed. Oklahoma State scored a touchdown every time they touched the ball. Every time they touched the ball. They were scoring on defense. They were scoring on offense. They were scoring on special teams. I had never seen University of Texas get swept like that. It was 45 or something to nothing, and then Texas scored right at the end of the half. You had people walking out of the game They left the game. They said it's over. There's no way Texas is going to be able to come back from this. Oklahoma State looked like they could score at will. Like Texas had no answer for them. Second half come around, Texas scored like 56 unanswered points to go on to unanswered points. That means if you're not a football person, that means they scored 56 points and Oklahoma State scored 0 points in the second half. That is almost impossible to do. And they did it, and they end up winning. But there were fans that walked out of that game and they gave up. They said, it's over. I'm throwing in the towel. There's no way he's going to win. There's no way they're going to win. They lost. Come back the next game. And look how silly they look. So all I'm saying is this. I don't know what's going to happen in this election because I'm not God. I believe that God is going to rescue our country like he did in 2016 and 2020. There could be a possibility that Donald Trump lost this election. I mean, there's a possibility they lost it fair and square because anything is possible. It's highly unlikely, but it's a possibility that President Trump won't be the president. That's a possibility that I understand and I accept the possibility. But what I do know from history and from living 33 years on this earth, which is not that long of a time, is that you never stop believing until it's over. You never stop supporting your team until it's over. You never walk out on a fight until it's over. You don't abandon the fight halfway in because you think that you're losing. It's just like being a police officer. Another analogy is when you get shot, they tell you, keep fighting through it. Just because you get shot don't mean you're going to die. So if you get shot as a police officer and you just curl up in a ball and you just cower in a corner, then you're for sure not going to win. But you got to keep going, pursuing victory at every end. Here's another analogy for you guys. When I was in a SWAT school, which is the hardest thing I ever done in my life, going through SWAT school, 3 weeks of hell. And people say, oh, it's only 3 weeks. 3 weeks of getting your handed to you twice a day, every day, for 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, in full SWAT gear in the middle of the summer in Arizona. And sometimes you get smoked until somebody quits. Somebody has to quit, or we just get smoked unless you die. One of the two things are going to happen. But I remember something that they told me very, very vividly. It said, 1 foot in front of the other. Don't worry about nothing else. You just get that 1 foot in front of the next foot. And all you need to think about is that foot in front of the next foot in front of the next foot. Don't think about quitting. Don't think about giving up. Don't think about it's too hard. You shouldn't even cross your mind. You need to get your left foot in front of your right foot in front of your left foot. You just need to go step by step and never quit. As long as you can put the right foot in front of the left foot and you can continue to do that, then you're still moving forward. You're still winning. You still have a chance. And I want us to understand this about the president, is that all of us patriots who have voted for the president, who believe in this country, who believe in freedom, don't worry about what the end going to be because you don't know. Don't worry about what the past has revealed because it doesn't necessarily mean that the future is going to be what the past was. Just keeps taking one step after the next step, after the next step, after the next step. You may be beat up. You may be tired. You may be ready to quit. You may be ready to throw in the towel. But just keep going one step after the next step, after the next step, and after the next step, and you will see what the end shall be. If the end is something that you don't like, at least you kept going step by step by step. I just want to encourage people because I felt discouraged a little bit when I saw that message. I almost blew up. I almost went on her page and called all kind of stuff. You know, I'm willing to listen for my country. I'm willing to turn on everybody. For America, there's nobody exempt. If President Trump did something crazy and I thought it was counterproductive to America, I will call him out on his stuff. I called President Trump out on coronavirus. I called him out on it because in my personal opinion, I don't think that we should have ever shut our country down the way we did. We should have never did it. I understand the pressures. I get it. We should have never shut it down. Because these leftists took it and ran with it. Just like I said that they would do in the very beginning. They took it and they ran with it and they ran all the way through the election. Back when they first did it, I told my wife, and I made a video about it. I said, nah, don't let it happen, Trump. Don't do it. Just like Trump with these vaccines. I don't agree with Trump with these vaccines, man. Don't be trying to tell people to do these vaccines, because God forbid, if you don't become the president, they are going to force everybody to take vaccines, or you're not going to be able to. They're not going to force you. They're going to say, okay, since you don't have a vaccine results, you can't fly on an airplane. You can't shop at the grocery store. You need to show a certificate of vaccine. They're going to end up covertly, covertly making you take a vaccine, or you don't have access to life anymore. So I don't like that the president is saying that. I don't know if he's trying to reach the moderates, the people who, whatever, but I'm just saying this for the record. I'm not taking the vaccine. I'm like 99% willing to die on this hill. I have a baby on the way, so I'm not 100%. I'm 99.9% sure I'm gonna die on this hill, because I'm not taking two things I'm not doing in America. Two things I'm not doing. It's just not going to happen. One thing is that I'm not taking a vaccine. I'm not taking a vaccine. Two is that I'm not giving up my AR. I'm not giving up my guns. That's not happening. I don't care who. Only person that can come down and tell me to give up my AR-15 is Jesus Christ himself. Comes down on earth, and I look up in heaven and I see the Father in heaven say, Jesus is here. That's him. And he's telling you to give up your guns, and that I promise you're going to go to heaven. Then that's the only time I'll give my guns up. Because if I'm not going to go to heaven, then I'm not giving my guns up. I'm going to disobey. But if Jesus came down and the Father was in heaven, and I looked up and I said, Father, is this really Jesus? And he go, yes, Brandon, that's Jesus. Father, if Jesus take my AR, am I going to go to heaven? And if he go, yes, you're guaranteed to go to heaven. Here, take my guns. What do you want? You want the shotguns? You want the rifles? Do you want the handguns? What do you want? My wife out there saying we ain't got no guns. I cannot confirm it or not if we really have guns. But anyway, if Jesus came and said that, I'll say, okay, Jesus, take it all. Take the wheel. But if the scenario came where God said, Brandon, I don't know if you're going to heaven, I'm going to say, Jesus, I don't know if I got guns. Get out of my house. Let me not be crazy. But I'm just being I'm kind of serious about that. I'm not giving my guns to nobody, and I'm not taking a vaccine. Those are two things that I feel like all Americans should take a stand on, if that's how you feel. If you want to go take the vaccine, then you can go take the vaccine. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you what I'm not going to do, because I don't trust it. I lost trust in the government a very long time ago. I lost trust in our government. I mean, I didn't trust them in 9/11. I lost trust in our government during 9/11 when I was a little older. But I like going and looking back at 9/11 and going, I remember when we said we're going over there for weapons of mass destruction. Something ain't right. And if they can go over there and completely tell a lie about the reason we're fighting overseas for weapons of mass destruction, our government can lie about anything. And that was a Republican president. And the second death blow to me, and the third one was this voting stuff, but the second death blow to me is when Hillary Clinton, and they did an investigation. First of all, they botched the investigation, but they had proven that Hillary Clinton had a unsecured server in her house, that she was sending and receiving top secret and classified information she was sending and receiving classified information on a server that the United States government didn't even know about. I was completely, well, they claim not to know about, Obama knew about it. I was completely floored that Hillary Clinton had an unsecured server in the house. Like, you know how crazy that is? You know how criminal that is? You know how if anybody in the world ever did that they would go to prison for a long time? And I said, I'm losing faith in our government round two. And then when they did not prosecute her, then when she didn't even lose her security clearance, and then she ran for president, after all of that criminal behavior that she did publicly, and she didn't even hide it, there was no secret. She had a man without a security clearance the IT guy observing the servers and had access to the servers. Then she gave all those 30,000 emails. She deleted 30,000 of them, but she claimed to expose her lawyers to these emails that they decided what to delete and what not to delete, knowing that those emails had classified information on it, which means that you have to have a security clearance to even see that. And she didn't even go to jail over that. She didn't even get a warning. She ran for president after that. I lost all respect for our government. And then now this voting thing, if any of this is true, whether Trump wins or not, even if Trump wins, if any of this is true, we need the people need to stand up. I'm trying to take my words lightly. It doesn't matter if Trump's the president or not. We, the people, have to rise up. There's no way that you tried this against us. There's no way that you attempted this. That's like saying, I'm sitting in the house right now, and just say my wife is back here. She back there doing something. But just say that I'm in the house just chilling, and somebody tries to break in my house, and they break the door open, but they panic and they freeze in the doorway. Am I just gonna say, oh no, it's okay, I'm not gonna call the police or nothing? You froze, going about your way. You weren't able to actually rob us. No, let's say he did. He started pulling the trigger and the gun jammed. And I say, okay, the gun jammed. It's okay, buddy. I know you wanted to rob us and kill us in here, but your gun jammed. So let's act like nothing happened. Just go about your day. Go about your day. No, that's not the way it goes. You're probably going to get a couple of these 7.62 rounds, probably to the dome, if you bust in here with a gun in your hand. There's no I let you go because you didn't accomplish what you tried to accomplish. It's the same thing with this voting thing. If the United States, if people in our government try to defraud us, even when Trump gets reelected, that's not enough. Him getting reelected ain't enough. We don't just let the robber go away because his gun jammed. You don't just let them get away with it because we caught him. No, you got to pay. There's consequences for criminal conspiracy. There's consequences. And I'm just telling you, like, if the government cannot exercise those consequences, then we, the people, have to intervene. And I'm not saying we're going to go out and hurt anybody. I'm saying we need to make sure that our government hold these people accountable. If that's showing up at the Capitol every day, if that's showing up at the local police department every day, marching every day, all day, they want to shut the country down. We can start marching like the leftists do. We can march every day like the leftists did. I promised y'all this on my live stream. If Doug Ducey shuts down Arizona, I'm going to his house every day. I work from home. I'll set a schedule. I'm going to Doug Ducey's house every day until I get tired. And I'm gonna need some patriots to go with me. But I'm not gonna do anything criminal. But I'll be at his house. He's gonna know that the people disagree with what he's doing. He's gonna feel some pressure every day. No, the time of letting these politicians just run over our country. Are you crazy? Look at what they're doing in taxes. We don't even have to pay that. Do you understand we don't have to pay taxes? Like, just imagine if the people said, no, we're not paying you anymore. What's the government going to do to us? Just being honest. Just say 70 million people said, I'm not paying taxes to the federal government anymore. They can't put 74 million people in jail. They can't. We just letting them do whatever they want to do to us. And we're not even pushing back on it. They do whatever they want to do in this country. We let them take 70% taxes, taxing the wealthy. No, we're not going to let you do that. When you're reasonable, then we can be reasonable. If you want to be unreasonable and try to take our constitutional rights, then the people are going to have to step up. Just like Martin Luther King. If you're going to try to not give black people equal protections under the Constitution, then he's going to protest peacefully until y'all make a change. And that's what the Patriots going to have to do. And it's way more of us than it is of them. And I'm telling you right now, Hillary Clinton should be in prison. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. Nobody can tell me that she shouldn't be in prison. No, but not one person. If you say that she shouldn't, you're a liar. Hillary Clinton should be in prison, clearly. Joe Biden should be in prison. Bill Clinton should be in prison. These are easy. Obama should be in prison. Those are the easy ones. Uma Abedin and all those people, they should all be in prison. James Comey should be in prison. These are easy ones. Kamala Harris, I don't know. Kamala Harris is just a bad politician. I don't know where she should be. She's just a bad politician. I haven't seen her in any of this criminal behavior. She's just a bad politician. All these people should go to prison. And I'll say this, and I don't see any evidence that President Trump did anything. But if he had anything to do with anything like these fools, he should go to prison too. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe nobody nothing. If you out here defrauding our country, you go to prison. Ilhan Omar, prison. Now, I don't know about Tlaib. I don't know what she did. I don't know what AOC has done. She's just an idiot. But Ilhan Omar committed crimes. She should be in prison. All these people should go to prison. Like, what are we slow rolling about? If there's Republicans involved in this too, go to prison. I don't care what party you're in. You need to go to prison. If you was a part of this Dominion system and you were a Republican, you need to go to prison. I don't care if it's Trump. You need to go to prison. Yeah, I don't care who you are. You're not gonna defraud the American people. I don't care if you're Trump. I don't care if you're Bush. I don't care if you're anybody. You don't defraud the American people, ever. I have principles, and I'm gonna get off here. I have principles of doing business. I don't do shady business. I don't care how much money it will make me. I don't do shady business. I take care of all of my employees. I don't do shady business. If I can't make it honestly, I don't need to make it. If our company cannot succeed honestly, being honest with you, then I don't need to succeed. I need to go get a job. That's the same thing that people run this country. If a president cannot be successful by doing the right thing, not what you say, I don't care what you say. If you're not doing the right thing, then you don't need to be the president. George Bush, all these other people. If you cannot do what's right by our country, you don't need to be the president. You need to go to prison. Because I should be in prison if I do something like that. But anyway, I've said enough. I love you guys. Make sure you never say die. That's what I'm saying. Never say die. Never give up until it's over. Don't do nothing till the fat lady sing. And I ain't seen no fat lady out there singing lately. So y'all need to keep the hope, keep the faith, and I believe we're gonna win this thing. God bless you. I'm out.